Hey everyone, meteorologist Taylor Canoost with your forecast, and we're looking at a threat for severe storms later on this evening. Time frame looks to be about 8 p.m. to 1 a.m. and it's most likely that these will occur in southwest Iowa, but we can't rule it out for central Iowa either. Primary concern is going to be large hail, but especially for southwest Iowa, some damaging winds, maybe a couple tornadoes, not out of the question for those areas later on this evening. So let's time it out here on Futurecast. We're going to see dry conditions until about 8 o'clock. That's when we'll see that threat for thunderstorms popping up near the Missouri River in far southwest Iowa and northwest Missouri. As we roll through time, we'll see those storms drift into central, especially south central Iowa. That looks like the area that the models are honing in on for the storms to track toward. So for Des Moines, maybe around 10 o'clock or so is when we could see those storms move into the metro, spreading into eastern Iowa late in the evening through the overnight hours. Probably losing that severe weather threat shortly after midnight, as we just won't have any energy to support a severe threat at that time. As we head to the late night, the rain clears out of most of central Iowa. But again, southern into eastern Iowa has a good chance at a decently soaking rain overnight tonight. Many spots picking up at least a ½ inch of rain, maybe isolated spots upwards of 1 inch of rainfall. Unfortunately, for those of you maybe around Fort Dodge, the good news is you'll probably miss out on the severe weather, but you won't get much beneficial moisture out of anything that occurs overnight tonight. Let's fast forward to Wednesday. Again, in the morning, rain in eastern Iowa. Much of central Iowa is dry during the day Wednesday, but here comes our next chance at moisture, and this time it's going to be cold enough to potentially fall as snow. It might be a rain-snow mix initially in northwest Iowa, but by the time we get to Wednesday evening, most of it probably is falling as snow as it moves into central and northern Iowa. It could be heavy at times. We could be talking low visibility, especially when you factor in some gusty winds, and could be a little difficult to travel on Wednesday night. And we do think that some of this could stick to the ground, especially in northern Iowa, where I would say 1 to 2 inches is certainly a possibility, especially north of Highway 30, maybe isolated upwards of 3 inches of snow. Farther to the south, probably not much accumulation. And in general, these numbers, most of this accumulation occurs on the grass more so than the roadways. But again, nonetheless, a little tricky travel is possible on Wednesday night. Here's your forecast for Wednesday. Overcast skies. Again, a mainly dry daytime for us in Des Moines. Temperatures will stay put probably in the mid-40s most of the day. It's going to be warm initially out east, but those temperatures will probably be falling by Wednesday afternoon. We're looking at a chilly Thursday, highs in the low 40s in most spots. We rebound to the 50s on Friday, including 53 in Des Moines, and likely to stay in the 50s this weekend. We do have at least a chance at some 60s on Sunday if things pan out just right. We'll have another chance at some rain, perhaps a mix in northern Iowa on Saturday morning, and plenty more chances for moisture as we head into next week.